Ah, hey guys, Dante here, and welcome back to my channel, The Burgos Art. Alright, audio seems to be running just fine, so I'm going to take off my secondary headsets. Keep my eye on the chat and listen to the music. This music, once again, is brought to you by Streamlabs. It's hey intern. So the intern's right now in the way, but he's blocking the signage that says I'll be at the Long Island Retro Gaming in August this year. That little notification will be on a rotation. The last convention, Brooklyn Comic Con, has come and gone. It was a nice convention. I wish there was a bit more foot traffic, but nice convention. I enjoyed myself. And today, well, what we're doing today? Today we will be trying to work on an old character of mine known as the Clockwork Queen. Princess Spring. Princess Spring is her actual name. Princess Springlock. Let me open up my. Here we go. So, this is the original. Not the original. This is like the main go-to drawing I created a few years back for Princess Spring. Traditional. This is traditional. This particular one is traditional, mixed with digital. I did some touches. I believe I did this on a stream a while back. So I'm trying to do. I don't know. I love the character. I love the concept. I just have trouble getting really into the mindset to draw her sometimes. Cause I'm not good at drawing like dresses and fabric. So she represents a lot of issues I have with my skill set. But I did her. I did a bit of a turnaround sheet. She is not. For those of you who don't know, let's start from the beginning. Hello, guys. For those of you who don't know, Princess Spring right here is a character concept I came up with, man, I think almost 20 years ago, back in like 2003. And I just always keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. And it's sort of as a fun little exercise in like concept. And then now has become pretty much a blueprint for a video game I want to do. More down, and until recently, it was more like that was like down the pipeline, like way down. Like it wasn't even a major thing that was ever gonna pop up. I like doing the designs, but knew nothing about gaming. How much would it cost to make a game? How long would it take to do it, especially by yourself? Like insane to do it all by yourself. But that was back then. Now we're at a point where individuals create entire games by themselves. And I've recently found a new website that's it is not Unity, it is G Develop, and it's a game developing website, a free program that seems a lot more user friendly than Unity. With that being said, it also has its limitations from what I've seen. Really good for like phone app games and stuff, but it's something. So I wanted to return to her. So, she is not a cyborg. She has prosthetics that she makes herself. The universe itself is a fictional kind of European medieval landscape where her kingdom is known for its advanced technology in clockwork. Not steampunk, clockwork. If you want to be pedantic and differentiate the two. She is a victim of tragedy, which is a weird statement. She has tragedy in her life. She is a victim of war and conflict. There we go. So she is immensely strong-willed, immensely intelligent, and there's a bit of a fierceness to her in terms of how she runs things, because she knows you must be queen to protect your people. So she's not. She's at the start of the game, she is Princess Spring. By the end of the game, she is officially crowned queen. A few tidbits. She is blind in one eye. I saw this really cool eye patch idea where it's three straps, the typical one that goes over, and two that wrap around the eye, top and bottom. So she has 3-strap eye patch like that. Big Disney eyes, which I'm never really good at drawing, so maybe the more I draw her, the more refined she gets. Her weapon of choice is actually a giant clockwork hand that she rips off of the clock tower during her coronation and uses as a sword. Some details. She has a almost full prosthetic leg, pretty much. It's fictional clockwork, fictional mechanics. She has like an assistant glove. It's not a fake hand, but like an assisted hand because she's missing fingers. And that's her iconic heart-shaped wind-up key that she keeps on her belt. And there's some side shots of her. So she's not missing an eye, but she is blind in the eye. So she has a gray eye. She is missing two of her fingers. And yeah, she is in fact missing most of her leg, like just above the knee. And no, that's not her padonkadonk. It is the dress. She has a relatively flash butt, to be honest, like in hindsight. But the dress is what really pushes that butt out. So I did all this, and I managed to copyright it a while back. I copyright the character. And I'm going to go back. Just get used to drawing her more. Different poses. Speaking of which, I am using these poses. So this is a individual and group on DeviantArt. Long ago, people might have known them as Senshi Stock. And if you type in Senshi Stock, you will still find the link to their actual account. But it goes by a different name now. It's something Stock, but it's not Senshi Stock anymore. But this is Senshi Stock. And their entire gallery is just like free reference images. Either like them just dressed in like, basic sport, attire, sports bra and stuff. Or this really handy dandy like line suit. And they have numerous people, heavy set, plus size, short, tall, very short, very stocky. Like this big old like reference, not so much like tight muscular models, but more of like, if you're looking for anatomy stuff like that, you might want to look somewhere else. But if you're looking for like all these different angles and poses, this is the place for it. So I'm debating on dramatic upward or dramatic downward. Now this works because it showcases her left leg, which is, once again, the leg that's prosthetic. Basically her left side. Her left side's what's been hurt. So this highlights the left side. And this, I could always flip this if I wanted to. But she does hold the sword in her right hand. A strong hand. Grab a strong hand! So yeah. I'm debating. Let's try this. Let's go with this one. So what I'm gonna do is not trace this, but I do want to get like a basic. I'm gonna do some line work to kind of like exaggerate this slightly. So we're gonna do some sketches. Hope all of you have been doing well. Hope you've all been doing very well. Let's see. I designed just about, my standard, which is actually, they say, the human body should be 8 heads tall perfectly. My standard is around like 7 heads tall the way I do it. Like, I don't know, this is just, I know it's not like the Da Vinci standard perfect of 8 heads tall, but I always do like around 7 heads tall, roughly 3 to 3.5, like at the just almost beneath the waistline. Is it perfect? Probably not. I just always done it that way. It's a bad habit, but who knows? Okay. Okay, so we have our basic head, of course. kind of visually planning my stuff out here. Okay, so what are our lines? Gonna bring the butt out because that's gonna be the dress anyway. I kind of want to strain this. I feel like I want to bring this leg back, like even more so. Have the foot facing forward a bit more, so let's bump up. She wears like she does wear a boot. Like she wears boots. The sash on her waist actually comes down, so we're gonna do it like that. Both the model here and the character are not too buxom. I didn't want to give a giant breast when I designed her, but it does come out a little bit more. comes up above the knee, maybe right about there. To remember, because the cutoff of her leg is above the knee, but the actual brace goes about mid thigh. So right here, mid thigh. Okay, so that's yeah. Okay, that all seems good. So here's the craziness. She has this big billowing hair. And sometimes I'll draw it with the hair coming down the side. Sometimes I'll draw it where she actually has it over the collar. Like if this was like real royalty, she'd probably like have it all puffed upward. But she has this long billowing hair that goes all the way down to like her past her butt. Big wavy locks, big curly wavy locks, if that makes sense. Which you can't really see here. Here's like a blob of hair. Once again, this is an older drawing. Had to like work on my certain designs. But because of that, I'm just never sure what to freaking do with her hair when it comes to this stupid collar. The collar is meant to come up just... The original drawing is actually lower. It's actually like just around her ears. And then when I did the reference sheet, I made it higher, like an idiot. But then it could just be the angle. But basically, it's like between the ear, I want to say... like there. It's probably like right there. And she has poofy sleeves, which is another thing I need to get reference for. Like a lot of it, I just like I thought of the idea and just kind of like just jotted it down. But I never like really did did some searching on like how would that look. So for now, I'm just gonna do some filler. This is some filler right here. It's like even though I have reference right in front of me, I'm trying not to freaking trace it like a fool. I'm just trying to like, I don't know, just trying to make it my own. But it's kind of fighting me. Oh, here's a good reference. No, cancel that. Copy image. I'm just on Google, just typing in like different references. That's a nice one. So the music that's playing right now is literally from a file on Streamlabs called like Game of Thrones inspired. Like it's meant to be like, you know, fantasy, medieval kind of themes. I just saw an image. I wanted to like copy and paste, and I just lost it in Google. Like, there's so many freaking images. Nope, that's not it. You know what? Let's just use what we got. I don't want to waste time. Let's use what we got. So something like that could work very well. Yeah, just to kind of give me a sense of what I'm working with here. Yeah, just give me a sense of what's going on. Let's okay that. Once again, I don't want to just copy it wholesale. I just want to get an idea. So let's go with blue on this. It's not too far from the way I fudge it. It's just I'm trying to get a good sense of like the fabric. Because when I do, I give it like big, big poofy. It's very poofy when I give it to her. Yeah, mine is like oversimplified, but it's still, that's what it is. This is pretty much the shape I do. Oh, and this name was weird. The shoulder's off. There we go. Okay, we're on the right track. But. There's the issue. There we go. We're going to design it with a bit of a flowiness to her gown, so I need to move it over a bit. Alright, so on the right track, people. We're on the right track. What should I call this one? Spring what? I just don't call it Spring Pose 1 for now. Okay. So we have all this, we have all the basics right now. So let's actually do some detail in the sketch. What overlaps? Okay. Everything, okay, so left side overlaps. So she has this sash around her waist. dress overlaps on the left side as well. And here's where the issues start. Because I can't do fabric to save my life. I'm just going back in my Google searches. Flowing. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's a freaking advertisement. I'm looking for images, and in the image section are of course sponsored freaking advertisements. I'm like, no, I just want images. I don't want to buy something right now. I typed in flowing dresses, flowing long dresses. I'm trying to find one that gives me a shape that makes sense to me. Okay, let's eyeball that. Cancel. I'm not deleting any layers right now. Because the thing is, it's meant to be a ballroom dress that's ripped. So it's not meant to flow. It's just meant to. It's kind of in between where it's like it's meant to be kind of chunky. Like Princess Peach's dress is kind of like Princess Peach or Daisy. The dresses are just like bells, but it's ripped, which is what's allowing it to flow. So like I'm trying to find that weird in between. You know, in the meantime, let's get some mechanics done. my hand is not steady today. There we go. So I've been listening to, as always, I'm always listening to the art and animation fields right now, and I hear, since we are doing a pseudo fantasy drawing right now, I hear Namona. I believe that's what it's called. Namona is doing very well, at least among the fan base. I don't know how well it's doing number wise. People say it's doing really good with the numbers over on I'm thinking out. Sorry, over on, I almost said Instagram, but Netflix. There we go, Netflix, which is good to hear. Excuse me, just got an itch and a weird. Oh, there we go. So I heard that was doing really good numbers, and people are basically making fun of Disney. They're like, "Oh yes, Disney. Yet again, you let another good thing slip through your fingers, because it had a gay protagonist." It's like, good job, Disney, you schmuck. So she does have like all these, to keep the leg on her. She has like belts and straps and things like that. So she has there. You have a wind up key and a latch. So the latch, she sets the latch back and she winds it and she releases the latch. Much like how a lot of wind up toys have like a key and then a pin. So when you pull the pin, that's when the mechanism actually starts going. This should be, if I imagine it with her leg, it should be able to, like, large at the thigh because her leg fits in it. Then it gets thinner near the bottom. Like this. There you go. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. So Princess Spring is a literal girl boss because she's the freaking queen. She needs to like be in charge and like she's meant to kind of come off as extremely like surprisingly firm and intimidating, given the fact that she's still kind of like this petite like 16-year-old. At first glance, maybe a bit of a wafer, like you could push her over, but she's like extremely tough. But she is that way, personality-wise, when leading. When she has to lead, she has to like lead correctly. What the heck? What is going on here? Is that right? That's right. There we go. But as I turn my fan on higher, because I'm freaking hot in here. You know, I gotta stand my fan top higher. That way it actually hits my back. There we go. Oh, much better. See, this is humid. Humid. But I also want to make she's still like a immense like gearhead. Like she just loves technology. Or like metallurgy. She loves metal and she loves like if Da Vinci had a daughter or a fangirl, that's kind of what it goes down to. That's kind of like what I aim for with her character. So she's the kind of person that'll like stand side by side with her troops. Let me readjust that. She'll like stand side by side in the field with her troops. In like her own version of like her own version of knight armor because she makes it herself, of course. But then at the same time, she'll get really giddy when like ambassadors from another country come over and they introduce her to like a new metal that's like, oh, this one's actually lighter than steel. And she gets all giddy for a minute, and then she composes herself and she's like, we shall begin trade routes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She begin trade routes immediately. But in the end, she takes no shite from anyone. That's what it comes down to. 1. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm counting. I'm counting on the ref sheet, which you guys probably can't see the way the files are set up here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 5. There we go. The ball of her foot. Her toes are made of copper. You have the and all of this curls back, so it's like this is like right about there. Not sure how well this is coming off. It should be like, it's meant to be all like plate work. And then she has a gear that's right here in the center of all of that. Might want to adjust that, but that's pretty much what it is. Now, because I wanted to give her like an actual gown, I didn't want to just freaking you know, have her bare-legged. Because on the gowns, you know, back in the day, you would wear like, like actual pants. You know, the women just didn't walk around just in their skivvies. They wore layers and layers of rich, elite, over-the-top kind of clothes. You know, a girl wears chunky boots. Okay, it's working. Got a big old buckle on the bottom. And my hand is shaky today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're on the right track. Hey Red, good to see you. Good to see you, man. I'm desperately trying to draw the Clockwork Queen. I'm not just for a character I love so much. I struggle so much drawing her because she just has flowing fabric, mechanics, like clothes on top that kind of like jumble where her anatomy sits. Like it's just so much with this character. It's hard to pull off sometimes. Yo, we gotta meet up, man. Red Spectra, we gotta meet up. The weather's getting better. I say getting better. I mean, we've had rain and humidity for a while, but we're we're reaching that summertime. Time to get out for a bit. So I was mentioning earlier, Red. I was mentioning earlier. There's a website called gdevelop.io, and the reason I'm drawing Clockwork Queen is because it is essentially much like I forgot the website now. I forgot the name of the website. Much like other websites that help you create video games, it is free and accessible. Unity, there we go. Much like Unity, it helps you. Oh, you ran around Flushing, man. Good for you. I crashed today. I woke up late, did some work in the house, fell asleep, blacked out. I should have gone out today. But good to hear, man. Good to hear. Oh, as I was saying, gDevelop, much like Unity, it is a free program to make video games. It has a huge library of like sprites, and special effects, and sound effects. If you don't have anything original for yourself to like visually put into it, but its main claim to fame is that it doesn't use programming. A lot of its stuff is if this then that, which can get complicated, of course. You still have to like establish what everything does, but it's like you have your sprite. If A or D, then left or right. If A or D not pressed, then object stays static, and then that's it. It is like a tree of some type, like a family tree of all the stuff that happens. And I was looking through it, and it's obviously not. It still has a learning curve, But I was looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, I might be able to like start off using the sprites from their website, using their category and their library, their fully organized library. There we go. I could practice doing some game developing ideas on my own, and then eventually maybe start putting my own stuff into it. So I'm kind of excited. Kind of like a flowchart, yeah. Yeah, it's basically not typing programming, and everything's pre-done. So it's like you pick and pre-done in that you pick your object. In this case, let's say it's the character. You pick the object, and it opens up a whole window of what is this object doing. Is it moving? Is it floating? Is it reacting? And then from there, you pick the action, and then the flowchart from there. It's really interesting, and I've been watching some of the tutorials. Once again, there's a learning curve to it, but like I don't know a dang thing about freaking programming, so the learning curve for this is a lot easier than other stuff I've looked at. So, anything interesting in Flushing? Or are we just taking a walk around in the good temperatures? Let's use a reference and get that sword at just the right angle. That's cool, dude. Oh no, be careful with this blind. See, blind box toys are interesting because the only time I ever get a blind box toy is not based on the franchise. Because there's like a Simpson blind box toys. And you know, there's a whole bunch of different blind box toys. But the ones I'll pick up a blind box and I'll look in general of what that particular like season. I forget the term of it. Wave. There we go. A wave. Because sometimes I have wave 1, wave 2. So like theoretically, if it's, I don't know, Ninja Turtles, I'll look at what the wave that might be in that box is, and then I'll like estimate. So it's not so much like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy these blind boxes for One Piece because I want this one figurine. It's more like I'll buy these blind boxes for One Piece because at least, you know, 7 out of 10 of the figurines catch my attention. I just don't like wasting. But once you get into it, you gotta be careful, man. Once you get into it, you get into it. Let me rotate this. Yep, of course it's off because why would it not be off? Freaking Hold on, give me a second. Gotta scroll back to the chat to see what's going on. Oh yeah, bag clips are fun. At least you see, bag clips are fun because no matter what, you know where you can put them. If it's a little statuette, you just run out of space. Nice, nice. It's like there's this blind box set for really cute cryptids. It's like, you know, they're not necessarily accurate to like the culture exactly they're based off of, but still they're fun little cryptids. And it's like you know, same once again, just like I saw it and I told myself, okay, this werewolf cryptid design is really cute, I might like it. And I was at New York Comic Con and I decided to buy one because they were like they were putting them on sale with like the last day of con. And I got, so there's two I have. I got two of them. One year, one the second year. So I got the one from the first year, and it was a version of the Wendigo. And it's funny because the Wendigo, from the, you know, it's sometimes depicted as like an emaciated human that's like really like disgusting looking, or it's like a deer human hybrid. It depends on like, you know, traditional versus pop culture view of it. But then I got the Chupacabra. No, correction, I got a werewolf. But it was like the special edition one. Like I was like, oh, you know what, guys, I'll try this one. He goes, yeah, sure, go for it. So I open it up, and it's a werewolf, but the special edition ones are skeleton colored. So they're just black with like white skeleton makeup. So I just tried one, got a cool, like cute little werewolf, and got a special edition from this like cryptozoology set. Yu Yu Hakusho! Yeah, yeah, baby. Yo, reminder, dude. Long Island Retro Gaming, I have a table. And I believe my table comes with 2 tickets. So if you're gonna go, let me know. I'll just give you one of the tickets. Right, man? No skin off my back. I mean, I could tell Joe about it, but you know, Joe is Joe in retro gaming. But at the same time, whether or not he's gonna go down, it's up to him. But just keep me in the loop for that, okay? So right now I'm doing like the sword, the armor. I'm like kind of avoiding the dress at the moment. We'll get to that when we get to it. Why did I erase that? I should erase this. Everything that's underneath it, because the sword's on top. Duh. Well, we'll keep each other on the pulse. There's plenty. Well, since I don't want you having to wait till the last minute, because tickets could go quickly, I'll mention it to Joe ASAP. And see if he wants to go in general. If he doesn't want to go, then the tickets are yours. So I'll run it past Joe, and then we'll figure things out. Give me a second. I'm gonna try something stupid. Bam! Big ass sword! I say big ass sword, but to be honest, like, judging just by the handle alone, the sword she uses is actually not that big. There we go. Come on. There we go. Trying to get the angle right with this damn sword. Rotate. Rotate slightly. Yeah, I think I gave the sword like a broad... Yeah, I gave the sword a broad freaking blade. Alright then. So be it. So be it. No. There we go. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and combine. Nope. There we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and combine the original drawing of the sword with my sketch layer. Yeah, let's do that. And then my sketch layer. Let's get rid of that rinky dink blade. That way. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at here. So it's not like a massive sword, but it's a very broad blade. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Combine, merge layers. Yeah, it's not like a long sword, but it'll do some damage. Now to kind of keep with the proportions that I give her, let's there. Make that a little bigger. A bit more animated, if you would. Alright, here comes the real pain in the butt. Princess Spring has a button nose. That's kind of the problem we have here. Memento. There we go. So I had to do some layer rearrangement. Eye patch is more squarish than anything else. It practically covers like her entire face. Like it doesn't even even her eyebrow. Like it's just this big massive patch. Don't know why I did that though. But There we go. This is looking good. Bit of a struggle here and there, but it's looking good. And why is my pen not functioning correctly? There we go. Ah, it's so nasty and humid. Freaking crowns are pain in the butt unless you can't tell. But we're on the right track here. Not too high. At this angle you wouldn't see that much hair. There we go. So for this, I think I want her hair to be all on this side. Like, it's all draping down the side. It's not going over the collar like I sometimes do it. This hair is going to go all the way down, and then we're going to have some fun, maybe. Have it billow back. The wind's blowing. If I point on the arrow, there we go. If I hit the wind's blowing that way, I'm not sure if I'm directing it correctly on screen. That's the way the wind's blowing. Now with truth, what's left is the dress. So we're gonna have to bite the bullet, get up in there, get up all in there. Figure out how we're doing this. And the music swells just in time for it too. Just so I can have some semblance of workspace. Let's extend the size of the canvas. There we go. Ballroom gown? I don't know, I spell gown. Ballroom gown in wind. Okay, Google, let's see how well you do. Well, what is going on with Google? You get like 5 images and then that's it. Like today, something's weird today, man. Let's see. Flowing ballroom gown. We are right now looking through random stock. Trying to find something natural, but what I'm finding is like massively long gowns, which like teeter on either CGI or like just room full of fans. I'm just looking for like a natural photograph of like a dress in the wind. Dust in the wind. Forget gowns. She's not. Let's just do dress in the wind. Of course, we got a bunch of like anime reference stuff or dresses in the wind. Ooh, ooh. That might work. Okay. I just want that one. Get that. Cut and paste. Boom. Get rid of you. Keep you. Something like this might work. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got the reference I'm looking for. No, first things first. We need to reassess this because deselect, please, deselect. That. So I'm just trying to get one piece of this image, and like, it's such a massive image. I need to like reassess how I'm doing it. There we go. Now. Okay. What it is, I really like that curve it has. Right over here. That's what I like. Okay. Where were we? Something like this. I think should work. Something like that, but you need to also incorporate the fact that it's all torn to shite. Because there's lots of torn fabric, like right here. Okay, I think we got it. then we have her curly hair in the wind as well. But not much of it is shown anyway, so. So, okay. Okay. Come on, so I'm just going to move my reference back into place. There we go. So the finer details on the leg, the pearl chain she uses on her waist, little details like that we'll get to when we get to. But the main body shape, the main like frame, that's this. And I'm very happy with that. That is what we're aiming for. She got that big old button nose. Button noses are interesting. It's like it's kind of hard to like. They are cute by nature, but it's also kind of hard to really capture that cuteness. At least for me, anyway. I'm gonna also get some better reference for this boot. I actually have an entire thing on I have like an entire folder on my phone for art reference, and in there is like massive there's this whole turnaround sheet of like a boot, of like these heavy duty boots, and we shall refer to that at a later point. But yeah, okay, so let's close out with some thank yous. Keeping this in first. Sorry. Okay, this is not needed. Delete. This is not needed. Delete. I have another reference here you can't see. It is not needed. Delete. So it is this reference. Once again, Senshi Stock. Senshi Stock is the old name of it, but if you type it into to Google or like Senshi Stock at deviantart.com, it will redirect you to the updated name. They are amazing. Just like there's tons of random stuff you can find on their on their webpage, from guns to swords to like plus size, thin people, skinny people, tall people, big one, small one, some as big as your head, whatever. They like I wouldn't be able to like do a nice dynamic pose if it wasn't for that. So we will return to this. I wanna fix up that foot, like really smooth out the metal plating because it looks kind of chunky. I need to redo that boot. Get them. I have some reference for like nice angles on boots. I gotta fix that. Come here, you. There we go. The dress was the biggest issue with me, trying to get like a nice flowing look to the dress. I'm happy with that. We'll look up some reference for curly hair, so I could do better. She's meant to have wavy hair. Wavy hair. I need to like look at some good reference for like how to really portray that. I always have issues with that. But yeah, the Clockwork Queen is looking good so far. Let's clean up some background stuff. Let's do that. Change canvas size. Let's bring her in a bit. Okay, that. I know today was a short stream. I started like at 8:30. Even now, I just feel out of it. I need to get myself a late dinner, drink some water, drink lots of water. So, if you celebrate the American Independence Day, 4th of July, or if you just like to celebrate it on the 4th because you like the movie Independence Day, whatever the reason is, happy 4th of July, everyone. Be safe out there. To my fellow Americans, please do not blow off your fingertips trying to light a firework. Just be safe. Go to the beach. Have a barbecue. Take it easy, for crying out loud. Red Spectre, thank you for joining us. And I think that'll be it for now. Save. Yeah, I'm gonna return to this. I wanna make it a habit of returning to and fine tuning lots of the drawings I've done here on stream with you fellows, with all you kind people. There's a number of pieces I would love to like really go back, really clean up, and then maybe do some prints. I want to do some like maybe some prints of them. I'm talking. There's a Flame Maid. There is the Swimmer, the two ghost characters. The Flame Maid, the Swimmer. Maybe also I forgot the name I gave her. The Crime Woman. What did I call her? Basically, other ghost characters. There's a number of ghost characters I would love to go back and fix up. There was a Flame Maiden, or the Flame Maid, we say Maiden. Flame Maiden, Sadness, that's why I call it the blue one, Sadness, and the Swimmer. Which I think would look really good as like prints, like really creepy prints. I want to fix those up. So we return to that, for sure. I want to return to this, for sure. Because this is one of the better pictures I've done of her in a while. Thank you so much for the stock. You know, the stock helped a lot. Now that I'm looking at it, is her leg kind of stumpy? Not stumpy, but like, if her waist is there, I feel like I should raise. Nah, we'll adjust it later. You know, the thing is, because there's so much empty space around the around here, without like the actual like pearl belt line and the key she has, like it just seems like empty space, which makes all of this seem like it's much lower than it should be. But yeah, we'll figure that out. Let me pause that music. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you, music. Where's my drawing? Okay. Zoom in. So that is Princess Spring. It's funny, I wrote her full name down somewhere. It's like I can't remember if it was Watch Spring or Spring Lock. I actually gave her like a full name. It was like Princess Spring something Mechanica Copper Heart. Something. Hold on. It's gonna bug me. It's been a while. I changed his name so many times. Let me see. Gotta go through all my old files. Nope. That's annoying. That's Finley. That's probably not the right file. No. Here we go. Princess Watch Spring, not Spring Lock. Princess Watch Spring. She's called Spring by her friends. I called them McCann, not Mechanica. Princess Watch Spring McCann Copper Heart the First. Should be Mechanica. I think it auto corrected that. 16, soon to be the Clockwork Queen, and the heroine of our game. And that's it. Princess Watch Spring. Might change it to Spring Lock. But then again, that's some Five Nights at Freddy's referencing right there. So I don't know. Princess Watch Spring Mechanica. Let me fix that. Mechanica. There you go. Yeah, that was it. It's trying to like. It's trying to autocorrect it. Not mechanical, Mechanica. There we go. Princess Watch Spring Mechanica Copper Heart the First. Really on the nose, but that's what she is. She is beautiful. Alright. Thank you for the compliment, Red. Alright, so I think we're going to call it there. I want to say thank you to everyone who might be watching this later on. Once again, these these videos, along with the images that come out of them, these videos are saved permanently on my YouTube channel, The Burgos Art. All the links are over there in the corner. That's The Burgos Art on Twitter, Instagram, etc. Instagram will have general works in progress. Twitter is works in progress, as well as just general ramblings. And my DeviantArt page is meant to be for all the finished work. I'm slowly updating it with finished work as I go along. I have to admit, I'm a bit upset with DeviantArt regarding recent AI stuff, but I'll leave it at that. But yeah, those are the places where you can find me. And that will be it. Once again, guys, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.